Hello everyone. This video is for you if you're feeling nervous before LoveFest. LoveFest is a very special event which many of you already know. We help singles come together, but we also help them overcome their mindset and their blocks that are holding them back. In previous videos, we talked about manifesting and creating the vision of a relationship that excites you. And in this video here, I want to talk to you about the preparation for LoveFest. How is LoveFest going to be? And how can you make the most of it? Because when we're nervous about an event, it's because we're not prepared enough. When we prepare ourselves or we become familiar with what will happen at this event, we could become more excited for it, as opposed to having this uneasiness of nerves, like what's going to happen, what's it going to be like. So this video is designed to help you to feel more comfortable going into LoveFest and to go in there with greater ease. You see, on LoveFest, which is for this particular event, May 16th in London, we're going to have an incredible turnout. And we've got to value each and every one of these people's times, because time is scarce. Is one of the most precious resources that we have is our time. And many of the people that come to this event are normally very busy and they work really hard. And because of that, they don't have the time for a relationship. So they come to the event because they value their time and they want to meet somebody. And a lot of times people look at it like, is somebody broken? Is that why they're not in a relationship? But we don't look at it that way. Normally it's because they prioritized work or they've been doing other things. And because of that, they've not been able to create the time for relationships and love. So first, we've got to value each and every person's time that comes to this event. Because I know about people that have been on dating apps, met somebody for like 4, 5, 6 months, or like not even met them, just got to know them for 4, 5, 6 months, even 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and nothing's progressed. And that is called wasted time. Because nothing progressed. They were kind of in that little dating situation. Nothing really happened. And because of that, it's wasted time. So the people that come, they have the courage, they show up, and they put their energy out there. And this is why we respect them, value their time, and it shows their commitment when they commit to LoveFest. And this is a very special place. So let's talk about it. So May 16th, what will happen is you'll come in for about 5 o'clock. We're going to have welcome drinks come in at that point there, like a nice welcome reception. Remember, these are all cool people. So you want to get to know people. You want to start conversations. You want to start talking. We're going to have it separated by age groups. So we're going to have one set of age in one side of it because it's an L-shaped venue. So we're going to have that on one side. And then we're going to have another set of age around there. We're going to have it scattered in between. So we go from youngest to oldest. So we have some kind of guidance to the people that are going to be at the event. This is going to really help you to connect deeper during that mingling time period. And then after that, everything's going to flow in when we have like more performers come on. Why do we set up this event in this way? So first, it's going to be very normal for people to come in with a bit of nerves. And as they do, we ease them in with like a welcome drink reception, a slow start. Then we have a mingle section designed to help people to get to talk to 1 or 2 people, 3, 4, 5 people, and get them to open up. Because once you start getting into the flow of communication, getting to know somebody, that's when you start expanding your energy out to others. Where it's normal for somebody to be a bit awkward at the start. Of course it is. And then later on, open up. So this is why later on we've changed the atmosphere. We turn the music up a little bit more. And in this beautiful space we have the outside, we have the inside. It's absolutely gorgeous, this private event. So you can go to a different section to have a little breather, to connect with someone else. This allows you to really show different parts of yourself. As the music turns up and you start feeling the music, you can start showing more of that exciting part of you. As the first part of it, maybe you can show more of your serious side, or you can connect more at that normal level. But throughout the whole evening, it's designed to help show different aspects of you. Because in a relationship, there's many different aspects of you that shows up. It's not just the serious you all the time. We're getting married, we're doing this, we're doing that. No way. Because that relationship would be boring, right? And it's not always the playful side of you, because then there'll be no commitment in the relationship, right? So there's times where playfulness comes in, there's times where a bit more seriousness comes in, that depth of a relationship comes in. And it's a combination of all of this that makes a really fulfilling relationship. We look at it like, imagine listening to an album that was just playing the same upbeat music the whole time. Sometimes you'll get bored. So that's why many albums, they have like a sad song, a up song, a sideways song. They have all of that because it's a journey. And love is a journey. It's not a destination. So as you're on this journey, you get to show different aspects of who you are. And this is the importance of it. And this is what we try our hardest to encapsulate in an evening like this, in an event like this. Because when you show you're serious, you're playful, you're formal, your various sides of you, where we have more deeper conversations, then you have more of a dance later on, or you have a bit more light-hearted conversations. This now allows that person to see more of you and build a deeper connection and bond. From the hours of about 5:30 to about 7:30, we have a 5-minute move on rule. This is because there was this very sweet woman that came to the event, and this was one of our first events that we did. She was so lovely, and she was speaking to this one guy the whole evening, and we thought success. She's having a great time. She looked happy. She was enjoying herself. Then the next day, she messages my wife, and she says, "Oh, I had the worst time yesterday." I'm like, "What do you mean? How?" She goes, "I got stuck with one person the whole time." So because of that, we made this rule. So within the first 2 hours, it's normal and it's actually encouraged for you to move on after 5 minutes. And this is a great way for you to get out of any conversation you want to get out of. If you want to move away from a conversation with somebody because you don't feel that connection, you don't feel that chemistry, well, you can say to them, "Oh, so let's follow that 5-minute rule and I'm going to move on to someone else. I'll speak to you later. It was lovely talking to you." And that's good. It's healthy. And this is what we encourage during this period of time. This is why we set that rule. And it brought more success in than when people got stuck with somebody the whole evening because it's just polite. That's all it was. So we want to encourage that rule and want you to use that rule, especially within the hours of 5:30 to 7:30. And after that, we almost like ease it off a little bit. So it's up to you if you want to stay in that conversation, you want to move on. I'm going to be circulating the event, and you got to come to me and ask me if you want to meet somebody and connect with somebody. I can help you on that connection, help you on that journey, because I get to meet everybody that comes to the event. And the power of that is I get to understand a little bit more about them. And if I do sense that there's a connection between you and that other person, I think I encourage you to look into it, because even though your judgment could be missing it, because I get to see a bit more of your soul. I get to see a bit more of your heart because I don't feel any of this pressure of relationships because I'm here to coach and guide you. I get to understand you, and then I get to understand the other person, so I can put you both together. So that's another thing that we do in the evening. We've got an amazing performer coming on, and this brings in a really good crowd because when we have like somebody playing music and we have an excitement to the event, we bring in a different crowd. And many of the people that come to the events are not even on dating apps. They've not even been on dating apps, and they come to the event. So we're able to bring in a different crowd by bringing in a different excitement to it. And this is why we create the event in this way. And also understand from coaching, psychology, and the work that transforms people's lives, it's the energy that you put into it. If we're only just putting this serious, tired energy into dating all the time, we're going to get the same boring results. And no one wants that boring relationship. So we want to put in a higher energy, an exciting energy. And this event will bring this in naturally. So then throughout the event, you're going to be mingling, talking, and connecting with different people. Maybe you'll talk to 20 people throughout the evening. Now, what to talk about, how to communicate. So sometimes we're taught in our Indian, South Asian community to really humble yourself and to stay humble. Well, I want to teach you to shine your energy. Yeah, to shine who you are. Sometimes we say stuff in a very monotone and relaxed way because we want to stay humble. We don't want to be over the top. But sometimes that could be very hard to connect with because we only have a few seconds to connect. So I encourage you to shine your energy. Be playful, laugh loud, talk, connect, ask questions, share stories about your life. Talk about what's exciting in your life, what you want in your life, what are your desires, what you want in a relationship. Talk about what your family is like. These kind of things open up the heart of the other person. Share your travels, share your joys. This is what we want to do. And you can radiate with your voice as well. There's a massive difference between me saying, "Hi, I'm Sunny, nice to meet you," to "Hi, I'm Sunny, nice to meet you," or "Hi, I'm Sunny, nice to meet you." We can always add a bit of flair to things, an energy to it. I remember my wife was always better than me at this because when we used to be in finance, going back 13 years now, when we was in finance, she used to describe her day in such a fun way. So, oh, I just had this spicy chicken curry. Oh, it was like this and like that. And I used to be the banker, very formal. So I'd be like, oh yeah, I just had some chicken curry, I did, yeah. And then she'd be like, what else? Oh yeah, and then I went to the gym. Oh, okay. What else? And then I just came, no, I'm tired. That's how I used to be. And she would be like, oh, I just had this spicy curry. Oh, it's so nice, so tasty. And my mouth used to water. I used to get so excited. And she was very good at storytelling, very good at describing things. Where back then I had no clue about this, right? And then I started to learn to add a bit of spice to it. I went to the gym and I hit my personal record. She's like, what? I was like, yeah, I hit it. It was amazing. Da, 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 da. I started to take excitement to my day. And then during the conversation, she felt that excitement. And this is what transfers. It's an energy that transfers from me to her and her to me. And as I bring more excitement to that connection, she feels more connected. As she brings it back, it bounces back, it ripples back in. Where I was taught when I was young, Sonny, be humble, be quiet. So many times I used to go into relationships being quiet. And people used to always say to me, oh, speak up. But I was always told, be quiet. And I had to overcome that. I had to overcome this limitation in my head. So I want to give you permission to talk, be free, to connect, to use your energy, use your language to connect. Share stories, share about what's exciting in your life, what growth you've had, who are you? And the more you share, the more connected you feel with somebody. Here's the biggest myth that's out there is that dating and relationships is a numbers game. It's not a numbers game. Dating and relationships is a connection game. And when you start to look at dating and connections, you change your life because you can measure your connection. You can say, I never connected because I spoke like, hi, I'm Sunny, nice to meet you. So they didn't feel no connection. And I never asked no questions. And actually, when they were talking to me, I was looking the other way. True story, this has happened. I remember I was in New York, doing an event in New York, and this lady goes to me. Actually, it was a male that goes to me. It was a doctor. He goes to me, Sonny, I don't feel no connection with anybody. I goes, okay, well, let me understand. Tell me more about you, okay? Who are you? So it's me, this lady that's listening to this doctor. He starts telling me about how we got into becoming a doctor because his father was a doctor and he used to love what his father was doing and all these wonderful things. Oh, wow, that's so amazing, exciting. The lady held space, we both held space, we're both listening. Now I asked her, tell me, what do you do? How did you get into what you're doing? She started sharing and she had this really interesting story. But this guy looked the other way. He started looking the other way. It was like he was so gazed. He was so gazed out. He was just not interested. And guess what? They had no bloody connection. Why do you think they had no connection? Because he was looking the other way, for God's sakes. I know it sounds simple. It could have been his nerves. It could have been his insecurities. It could have been his arrogance. It could have been whatever. But I said to him, mate, the reason you're not feeling connected because you're not trying to connect with this lady. Instead, you're so focused on whatever the hell you're focused on, and you're not listening to her. And we just gave you the space to talk, and we listened to you. Yeah, he didn't like that. But sometimes the truth hurts. And then he realized the reason why he's not feeling connected with somebody is because he's not connecting with them. So he could have wasted that whole evening saying, I spoke to 100 people, because there's 200 people at the event. I spoke to 100 people. I had no luck. But if he changed that one thing to listen, to look, to pay attention, to be present when someone else is talking, then his whole night would have changed. He would have had at least 10 deeper connections. So it's a connection game, not a numbers game. So we've got to get this into our mind. When we're looking at that, what does help us connect? One, it's listening. Listening is a very good one. I'll tell you that much. Listening is very, very good. Listening, asking questions to understand more, being curious about them is very good. Another thing you could do is you could dive deeper into what they say. So if they talk about going to Turkey, instead of asking another question, you could say, what did you like the most about Turkey? And then they could share more and they could go deeper. This is a good way to show that you're listening. You could share stories. Don't just give one-word answers. Open up a little bit more, share more. Share more about something that's personal. Do you have a niece, a nephew, a dog, a cat? How's your relationship with your grandma, your granddad? Share something about your life. Share about who you are, because that's when you can share a bit of you. Somebody goes to me, another myth, she goes to me, Sonny, but if I share a little bit of me, then they've taken a part of me. Because they're not physically yanking it out of you. When you remember you're whole, you have so much more to give. When you start giving, you start shining your energy out there. Your energy starts to go out there. So this is another point on how to make the most out of LoveFest. Go there with the attitude to give, not take. Go there to give a smile, give a compliment, give a connection, as opposed to a take. Taking what you believe is your deserved person. Taking that information from somebody and not responding. Sitting on the sidelines and not really connecting or making effort. See, we know the takers. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but the ones that take are the ones that are just judging people, just trying to get whatever they want to get, as opposed to going in there with the energy to radiate and give. Everyone is nervous. Everyone's coming into this with their own story, their own background. But you can give with your energy. You can give with your connection. And this will help you to radiate out. And true story, this happened with a lady. She used to always take. Taking used to be part of her family. So her family were takers. And they would go to things and they would take. They would never want to give. They will go to weddings and they'll complain. That's a taking mentality. I want to take the joy from this wedding. Instead of give a compliment, they will take with the negativity. You get it now? That is taking mentality. So we'll take a bit of it. Then they'll take more. They will take extra. This is how their mentality was. They'll always be asking for a discount. These are taker mentalities. Because they're always trying to take because they believe they haven't got enough. They're trying to take the joy from somebody. They don't want to give the conversation. They don't want to give the compliments. They don't want to give their time, their energy, their presence. Instead, they want to take it. They want to laugh. They want to be rude. They want to focus on their own thing. They want to focus inwards, not outwards. And many times these things happen because of insecurities and beliefs about themselves. Because when we believe we're not good enough, we start to have that defensiveness, and this makes us take. But when we believe we are good enough, which you all are, and just by default, from being born in this beautiful world, this precious gift of being a gift from God, a gift from the universe, just from that, you are more than enough. And as you understand that you have more to give. So getting back to this lady, she believed that she had to take. So she's like, I don't want to talk to anyone that I didn't like. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. No. So she just stood there. She was quite pretty. I say, yeah, she's quite pretty. She was just stood there negatively, grumpy. I don't know if I like that guy. I don't know if I like that guy. I don't know. Not having a good time. No. Okay. Oh, I like that guy there. I'm like, so then we'll get that guy to go talk to her. Guy would come in, try to say hello, but she's in this mood. She's in this state. You're all right. Yeah. Because she's so used to taking. Her energy's closed off and taking this whole time. She's taking. So this person will come. And you know, confident people, the person that she wants to attract, they're radiating with energy. They're giving energy. They're talking to other people. They're radiating. Their body language is open. They're connecting outwards, not inwards. They're not judging. They're talking to other people. That's how they're radiating. This is how they appear more attractive because they have that energy that gives rather than takes. This is it. So this person will come, see this person like that, and okay, see you later. Because their energy is vibing at a different place. That makes sense. So we told this woman, I told her, look, you can't do that. That's not good enough. No, it's not good enough. You can't do that. She was like, what do you mean? My family do this. My whole generation now. Okay, it's time for things to change. If you want to find that love, you want to find that greater level of love, it's time for things to change. Because the only people she'll attract is somebody that's also similar. Judging as well, moaning as well. They all have similarities. Like attracts like. You've heard that before. So we told her, I want you to radiate. I want you to connect and talk to people and give you energy. So next time she came, start to give her energy, start talking, start connecting. As she opened up her energy, instead of that, she went for that. She looked more attractive. She appeared more attractive. She appeared more friendly. She appeared more grateful, more loving, and more buzzing with energy. And then she was a magnet. She kept attracting loads of guys. And that's how things change. It's about that energy. So as you went there to give a compliment, give your presence, give your energy, give your laughter, give your curiosity, give a bit of you, that vulnerability. As you go and give, you receive more. When she was taken, she was stuck in her own little corner. It doesn't matter if she's pretty or not. Unfortunately, you get stuck. And looks don't matter because looks are a multiple asset thing. It's not just the attraction of the face. It's the depth of their energy, of who they are, how they carry themselves, their persona, how they give off their energy. It's all of this accumulated that creates it. So when you're preparing for LoveFest, remember to give, remember to show up, remember to have fun. Dating is fun. Finding love is fun. Nobody wants to find love and be stuck in a relationship where it's boring and sad. So create that fun, create that excitement, create that joy. We're going to accompany this by setting the mood for it. We're going to be setting up the event in a beautiful way for you to do that. But I want you to show up. I want you to give your energy. I want you to give that joy, give that excitement, and bring it to this beautiful event. We're going to see you in 8 days from now. But we'll probably use this video for other LoveFest videos. So we're going to see you soon for many of you. We can't wait to welcome you. You know, I love this because we don't know who we meet. Always some incredible people, and we help them come together. We've had so many success stories, so many people create beautiful connections, and you'll see it at LoveFest. There's no need to be worried. We're here to support you, to guide you, and to help you to ease into this beautiful event. And we can't wait to hold the space for you and help you to open up to this beautiful love. Don't worry about the past. Focus on what you want, that relationship. Focus on how you'll feel in that beautiful relationship. And as you attune your mind to this more and more, the more easier it will be for this to come into your life, for you to have this love, for you to have this relationship, and for you to feel that same excitement. Thank you so much for your time, for your energy today. And I look forward to seeing you soon.